And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Baseball Edition. We are here. There are a few games already in play, which is, I guess, baseball. That's how it's going to work.
Beginning of the season, yeah.
Isn't there like usually one day, like a Wednesday, where there's a whole bunch of day games?
There's just
the other days.
Normally there's like the one degenerate game.
The getaway days.
Yeah, the one early game was like Minnesota and Detroit, or it's normally an AL Central matchup. That's always fun to see.
All right. Got it. Toronto will beat my Yankees bad today.
Yep.
I certainly hope so. Blue Jays and Canadiens parlay. Would not talk you off that. We are going to jump right in the first game. I picked 5 games that we're going to talk about. And then after that, we'll have the last pitch segment. So if there's a game that we did not discuss that you want opinions on, message in the chat, and we'll get to that game in the last pitch segment. So we'll jump right into the first game here. Colorado is in Texas. Gomber versus Hearn. Plus 120 for the Rockies, minus 142 for the Rangers. Total of 10, minus 110 each way in this one. I chose this game because a lot of people have been discussing it in our group chat, but also on Twitter as well. So I thought I would choose this one here. I lean with the Rockies. I kind of like Gomber better. I think he's a bit of a better pitcher than Hearn. But the Rangers' offense has been pretty good so far. So it would be a lean to the Rockies, but I have not officially got anything in this yet. Tim, Rockies and Rangers, what do you think here?
Yeah, I'll start off by saying I have $0 invested in this game. With everybody that I've seen all over the Texas Rangers, I kind of want to go Colorado in this game. I just don't trust them enough. You can't really judge the numbers from last year compared to this year. I know they're pretty much Colorado's almost the same team, minus they kind of got rid of. They got a little bit worse. Texas has gotten slightly better, but nothing crazy. It would be a lean towards the over, a lean towards Colorado. This is just not a game that I got involved in. I want to see how Colorado plays on the road for the first couple of games and see if we could really judge it off of that. But for me in this game, it's nothing. A lean towards Colorado, lean towards the over.
Yeah, Colorado was so bad on the road last year. That's why I'm kind of weary and why it's a lean and not an official play. Bryant, welcome in. Rockies and Rangers, what do you think here?
Being that I am in the state of Texas, I feel obligated. I'm going to lean with the Rangers. I definitely have nothing invested in this. I will not be playing and partaking in this game in any capacity. But as Tim said, the splits and the difference between the Rockies offense at Coors and what they look on the road is very significant. And this isn't a one-year occurrence type of deal either. This is pretty routine for them. They just look different road offensively. I think Gomber helped me out a little bit last year. He's middle of the road pitcher. But I think ultimately, the investments that the Rangers made on offense are going to probably pay dividends tonight. I think they're just a little bit better of an offense than the Rockies have, obviously minus Chris Bryant or not with the addition to Chris Bryant, but minus Trevor Story and guys like that. So I'm going to lean with the Rangers. I think I would also lean to, if I was going to play it, I would definitely take the total in some capacity, whether it's a team total or just a total in general. But yeah, definitely lean Rangers and lean heavy on the total.
Yeah, Rangers over parlay would probably pay out pretty nice
You
with
would.
the odds there. Nick, welcome in. Rockies and Rangers. What do you think here?
I'm going to say, first of all, shop around because you can get 9.5 on some books. I like the over in this game. And I also got the team total over at 4.5 for the Rangers. One thing we have noticed with this Rangers team is they can score runs. And I think other than Coors Field, Texas may be one of the best over ballparks in the MLB. Them and the obviously Yankee Stadium with their T-ball right field porch. But yeah,
Oh,
come on. There was
I
like a
know.
couple runs
It's valid.
hit by LeMahieu and someone that would have gone a home run in 1 out of 30 ballparks. So, yes, that's a T-ball right porch. That's the only reason I'm saying that is the Rangers Stadium is one of those where I've noticed a lot of overs in their ballparks the last few years as well. And like their average runs per game, I think it's close to Coors Field. So I don't rely on either of these pitchers at all. I would actually give the slight lean to Hearn in this pitching matchup because I'm not huge on Gomber. And these are the number 30 and the number 27th ranked bullpens according to Fangraphs. So these are two teams that their starters I don't trust. Their relievers I definitely do not trust. And there's a ballpark that plays towards an over. Give me Rangers team total over here and give me the full game over. I got it at 9.5 last night. I think we see runs in this game. 6-4, 7-4 type of game. Rangers win.
All right. Sounds good. You kind of talked me onto the over there. We'll jump on here to the next one. The Mets are in Philadelphia facing the Phillies. Walker against Suarez. Total of 9.5 in this one here. I don't have any single bets in this game, but one of these teams, the Phillies, are a first leg of a 2-team parlay for me. I think the Phillies win this one. I really like Suarez last year. He played really well. The Mets obviously coming off the loss to the Nationals yesterday. I think they lose 2 in a row here before they get back on track. With a total 2, I kind of lean towards the under, but with Phillies bullpen, we all know the Phillies bullpen. The reason why I'm doing Phillies full game and not first 5 is because Walker, either he's going to play really great in this game, or he's not going to play very good in this game. I don't think there's going to be kind of in the middle. I think it's going to be either or. So if he does play very good, taking Phillies first 5 would not be smart. But if he plays really bad, then I think Phillies will hold on to the win. So I went with Phillies money line in one of my parlays. Other than that, nothing really else for me here. Tim, your Mets are facing the Phillies. I'm guessing your biggest rival?
Depends on the year. The biggest rival's got to be the Yankees.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
in terms of division rival, I think this year it's probably the Phillies or the Braves, but it switches every year based on how good teams are.
All right, what do you think is going to happen here? Walker versus Suarez.
Hey, we get the Mets at plus money, and that's where I'm going to be jumping. I know you're already on the Phillies, and everybody can be on the Phillies. That's fine. I'm not high on them right now. They came off of winning 2 out of 3 against the Oakland Athletics, and they looked awful yesterday against a Oakland team that's not good. Yes, the Mets lost to the Nationals, but Mets kind of played pretty well in that game until the 8th inning. So I'm not really too worried about that. Tejon, I know he's a hit or miss pitcher, and that's why they're at the plus price tag. The big thing is Suarez. I know you're high on him, but he's going to pitch. He came out of the bullpen last year, and he started a couple of games. But what are we going to get out of him? 4 innings, 5 innings maybe. And when it comes to it, if I'm getting 5 innings of the Phillies bullpen, and I'm getting plus money on the Mets, that's kind of a straight shot right to it because the Phillies bullpen is a joke. Yes, the Phillies offense is a lot better this year, but I feel like the Mets have a lot stronger of a bullpen. I feel like the Mets have a pitching advantage in this game, and you're getting them at plus money. I'm grabbing the Mets tonight.
All right. Bryant, do you have an opinion on the side? Are you going with the
Yeah,
Phillies
yeah,
with
yeah.
me, or are you going on the Mets?
I'm actually gonna ride with the Mets. As a Yankees fan, I don't.
I know
I'm feeling
exactly
some.
what you're going through, and we'll explain later.
But I'm gonna go with the Mets for a couple of reasons. Notably, the Rain Suarez hype was cool. It's cool, and it's something I think he's good for what he was doing for Phillies last year. But as Tim said, he only is going to give you 4-5 innings tops. I think that was I think he gave like the Phillies 6 in his longest appearance last year.
9. He went 9 in one appearance. He went
Okay. So he went a full game. But I think the other starts are very like
against Pittsburgh. He went a complete
yeah.
game.
Okay. But to that point, and I'm glad you brought up Pittsburgh. Some of his best performances came against Pittsburgh, Miami. I think the Diamondbacks were in there. It was I mean, literally some of the worst teams in MLB.
Yeah.
How does all of a sudden we just automatically assume that he's going to hold down this Mets lineup because of his work he did against some pretty crappy offenses last year. So because of that, coupled with the fact that the Phillies bullpen is just not good, I'm going to lean with the Mets. I think the plus money is a good value. I don't think that there's too much separating the offenses that much. I think that the Phillies just have the bigger names, quote unquote. But I think overall the Mets they're probably a more complete lineup, top to bottom. And I'm going to go with the Mets on the money line. Like you guys get plus money on it. It probably won't happen a month from now, so you might as well utilize it while you can. So give me the Mets tonight, and I think that you could also do some sort of team total. I think on either team, I think the total is going to go over as well. So I think that's a good bet. But Mets money line is what I'm going. I'm going to put money on it. So there you go.
All right, Nick. I'm guessing I'm going to be on an island all by myself on the Phillies.
Well, yeah, and I think actually, looking a little bit deeper into this game with Ranger Suarez here, I think one of the better looks in this game may be his strikeout total under 3.5 at plus 120. And the reason is that I'm reading reports here that he only joined spring training about halfway through spring training because he had visa issues and that delayed his arrival. So I don't know. Like he was one of those pitchers that started out as a bullpen pitcher to begin with last year. We may only see 3 innings from him tonight, to be completely honest, because he's not fully stretched out because he didn't have that full shortened spring training. The spring training was short enough, and he arrived at camp about halfway through. So I don't know how far he's going to be able to go into this game. And if you're telling me that we're getting 5-6 innings of Philly bullpen, the Phillies are in trouble tonight, and they're not worth minus 150, minus 155. I don't think anybody should be minus 155 against the Mets this year, to be completely honest. That's just – and I don't mind Taijuan Walker. We've been talking too much about Ranger Suarez here. Taijuan Walker was an all-star a couple of years ago. I'm not worried about him. So I'll take the Mets at plus money any day of the week. That's just a team where if you're going to get a dog value on them here, that's the way I'm always going to look, is the Mets as a dog. So, yeah, give me the Mets on the money line here and lean towards Suarez or strikeouts under 3.5.
What would be your price if it was the Mets in LA facing the Dodgers? What would you price it at? I'm just curious.
Depends
I
on
would
who's
think
pitching.
I was going to say that
Dodgers.
depends. That depends. Is it Walker Buehler? Is it Julio Urias? Is it Tony Gonsolin? Is it Clayton Kershaw? Who's starting?
Walker versus anyone.
Walker versus DeGrom. Walker versus Scherzer. Walker versus Walker. Like what? I would need to know the pitchers first. If it's Walker versus Walker, the Dodgers are a minus 200, minus 180 maybe, because the books love the Dodgers. So I mean, it all depends on who's pitching that game, where those teams are at that time. So that right now, minus 170 for the Dodgers if it's Walker versus Walker.
Okay. We'll go on.
The Dodgers are a totally different team than the Phillies, though.
No. I just asked because you said that nobody should be priced minus 150 versus the Mets. So I thought to myself, what would the Dodgers be priced?
Okay, they're the exception. They're the one exception. Like, come on, that's
okay. Blue Jays too. Speaking of the Blue Jays, we'll
Nope.
jump right into this one. Of course, this game is going to be chosen here. Of course. Manoah against Montgomery, plus 102 for the Jays, minus 120 for the Yankees. Total of 9 in this one. Who am I taking in this game? I'm taking the Blue Jays. Manoah, I'm a big fan of Manoah. If this was Ryu,
it's not Montgomery, by the way. He went last night.
Yeah, it's Tyon.
Oh,
Jameson
Tyon.
Taillon.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Just wanted to update you there.
No, that's totally fine. Was it a typo?
Honestly, if anything, that actually makes it should make everyone's picks a lot easier. As a Yankee, I'm telling you, you should probably lean towards some sort of team total for the Jays.
Yeah,
I
I really like Manoah. That's one of the big reasons why I went with the Jays here. Also, I think they're going to want to bounce back after yesterday's performance. Now, wanting to and actually doing it is two completely different things. But I really like Manoah, and I think at the plus money, there's value here with the Jays. I also took a boosted bet at my book, Toronto to win and Guerrero Jr. to hit a home run at plus 500. So that was boosted quite a bit there. I think it was at 300 or 350 regularly. So plus 500 for the Jays to win, Guerrero to hit a homer. I like that as well. Tim, Manoah versus Tyon, Blue Jays versus Yankees. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'll back your team tonight. That's no problem. I got the Blue Jays. Unfortunately, I got it at minus 110, or minus 105, whatever it was. I got it at minus money. It's plus money. It's whatever. It's more of fading the Yankees coming off of a series against the Red Sox, and coming off of a Sunday night baseball game. So this is kind of one of those spots where everything's lining up for the Toronto Blue Jays. And yes, Vladdy should have a good game, and any left-hander on the Toronto Blue Jays have a good game. Everybody jokes around about the Yankee Stadium and how small it is, and that's why the Yankees build a lineup full of DHs that hit 30 to 40 home runs a year and strikes out a bajillion times. Alex Manoah over 5.5 strikeouts is definitely a good play for tonight as well. We've seen the Yankees strike out 29 times so far this year, and they have 24 hits. So they're striking out more than they're getting hits. So this is a team that cannot play unless they're hitting long bombs. And against the Toronto Blue Jays, you're going to have to do more than solo shots, and that's not going to happen tonight, especially against Manoah. I like the Blue Jays. I think they take it home tonight.
Awesome. Bryant, what do you think here? Jays versus your Yankees.
Yeah, no, that's great analysis. And pretty spot on. I would agree. I'm not too confident in the game tonight for a lot of the reasons you guys spoke. You just mentioned. Obviously, the series against the Red Sox are playing straight up off of a Sunday night game as well. Tyon, he had some moments last year where it's like, oh, okay, all right, this is good. I can deal with this. Give me 5-6 innings and we'll get it out of here. First start of the year, you always have that with him. You have that looming thought about like, okay, is he going to get through one, an order or the lineup one time, or what are we going to get? So you just really never know. And as you guys said, the Jays are coming off that loss. It was a horrible loss for them. I just think they're gonna bat him around, and it might not manifest itself into a win. Who knows? Maybe the Yankees can muscle his offense. Was picked really well in appearances against them as well. One was at Yankee Stadium. That was actually his debut. Was at Yankee Stadium, and he, mowed through that lineup. Through 7 innings, threw up like 7 or 8 Ks. So he knows his lineup well, and he's performed against them. So I think the lean, even I'm a Yankees fan, I would say the lean is probably the Blue Jays. Get them at plus money, but definitely, I would get some sort of run total on the Jays. I think that they always hit us. They hit us well of late, and their lineup got better. So that's probably it. Well, I'm not gonna make a play, but if I was betting on this game, I would definitely that Jays total. as my official bet.
All right. Well, if there's one player I hope hits, it's Vladdy. Go Vladdy. Nick, what do you think here? Blue Jays and Yanks.
Oh, you were in a similar situation last game, Terry. I'm going to be on the island in this one. I like the Yankees in this spot. I got their team total over 4.5, and I got the full game over 9. I think we see runs in this game, and I like this Yankee offense. I know they strike out a lot. I know Tim said that 100,000 times within the first 3 games. Said, "Oh, they strike out a lot." Yes, we all know that. Yeah, but I like this team. LeMahieu, Rizzo, Judge, Stanton, Gallo, Torres, Hicks, Higashioka, and they have Gonzalez at shortstop tonight. They have Marwin Gonzalez, which is not a bad pickup there. And I think they get runs in this game. Because this is still a very talented offense. Yes, I know Alek Manoah is someone I think that in a few years is going to contend for a Cy Young award. But this is a hitters-friendly ballpark. We all know that. The Yankee Stadium is a very hitters-friendly ballpark. I think the Yankees put up at least 5 in this game, and this game goes over. I'm not relying on the Yankees to win this game, but I think they score runs. So give me the Yankees team total over 4.5, and give me the full game over 9. I'll be on an island in this one.
Well, you're not. You're on the Yankees team total. We can all win.
Yeah.
All of us can win. So you're not really on an island by yourself.
We just hope you lose, Nick.
Well, I would rather Manoah not give up 5 runs, but as long as the Jays win and Guerrero hits a home run, whatever happens, happens. I'm fine with it. We'll go on to the next one here. Miami is in LA. Hernandez against Lorenzen, plus 126 for the Marlins, minus 148 for the Angels here. There's something about this Marlins team that I like, and I can't really explain it. I don't really know myself, but there were times last year where they definitely made me money. So I'm kind of looking at them this year, especially against an Angels team who minus 148. I get it. They have Trout. They have Ohtani. I get it. They have good players, but I don't know. I just think that they're always a bit overpriced. So, in my view here, Lorenzen, he last played. He did play last year a little bit, 3 games. His ERA is not very good the last few years. Hernandez is obviously young and up and coming, but I think I'm riding here with the Marlins at the plus money. Not super confident in it, but I think the Marlins get the win here. This Angels team, 1-3 this year already, and they're just everyone always says, "Oh, the Angels, they're going to be the Trout's back this year, so the Angels are making the playoffs," and that's all I hear. And they're 1-3. I know it's early, but I don't know. I think this Angels team
they play the Astros, which I think is going to be one of the best teams in the American League as well.
Yeah, so obviously we'll have to wait before there's full judgment on this Angels team, but I just think they're a little bit overrated. Tim, Marlins and Angels, any thoughts here?
Yeah. These 2 pitchers they both got question marks next to their name. I have a best bet on other websites on the side in this one. As for the total, I kind of like the under. We've seen both these offenses kind of struggle throughout the first weekend of the year. The Angels couldn't really put up more than 3 runs, and the Marlins, I think they got 5, but that was in a game that ended up going to extra innings. So, they didn't score anything in the extras. So, these 2 offenses have struggled. Pitching has been pretty solid for both sides, minus the Angels when they gave up 12 runs to the Astros in one game. I feel like this could be a more of a defensive pitching type matchup, where you get a 3-2 type game. But it would be leaning towards the under. But other than that, no comment on the sides.
All right. Yeah, people sell picks, so totally. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I would kind of lean with the under too. The only reason I'd not is because I don't really know much. I don't really trust Lorenzen, but Yeah, I would lean with the under as well. Bryant, Marlins and Angels. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm feeling like a degenerate today, and I'm gonna hop on this game. After this, I'll get a little deeper into it. But on the surface level, I think I'm just honestly gonna go with the Angels because I just feel like they have enough offensive pieces to get through this game. Hernandez pitched pretty well in the few times that I did see him, and I was involved in some of their games and stuff like that. But um, this is more just a fade again of the Marlins offense. I am more than happy to hop on the Marlins train when Alcantara, Lopez, or Trevor Rogers pitches. I'm down with that, but I don't really hold Hernandez in that same regard. I know Lorenzen hasn't. I think he's only started like 5 games in like the last like 6 years, something like that. It's something I saw earlier today. So I'm not really backing them because of him. I'm kind of backing them in spite of him, and just leaning towards the offense to kind of do enough damage. They're at home. But go with it. I like to bet those late night games. Something about it kind of gives me something to look forward to. So I'm gonna hop on the Angels. I got it at a good price. I think I got it at negative minus 130. I'm gonna go with it. That's where I'm gonna lock in as soon as I get off of here. And yeah, let's go Halos.
All right. Yeah, full game. Once these bullpens come in, who knows what's going to happen? So
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking to myself that I should probably add Miami first 5. So we'll see what happens there. Nick, any thoughts here? Marlins and Angels?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna lean towards an over in this game actually at 9.5. This line feels high, but it feels high to try to get people to bet the under. I don't know. This just feels like a trappy total line because we've seen Miami struggle to put up offense, and we've seen the Angels games. I think 2 of the 3 have gone under for them. Or no, they played 4 against Houston, and they struggle to score runs in those games a little bit. So I would lean towards an over in this game actually though, because I don't really trust Lorenzen. Lorenzen didn't look good last year, and Elijah Hernandez, like he's a take it or leave it type of pitcher. So I lean towards an over in this spot. I didn't get involved at the total though.
All right. And we'll jump on to the last game here. So if anybody wants to hear anything in the games that we didn't discuss, type it in the comments. And then on the next segment, last pitch, we'll briefly go over any games if there's any that anybody else wants to talk about. But we'll finish here with this one. If not, Martinez against Wood, the Padres versus the Giants here, a total of 8 in this one. The Giants is the second money line team in my the parlay that I mentioned earlier. So Philadelphia Phillies and San Francisco Giants money line plus 176. This is basically mostly a pitcher's bet for me. I really like Wood.
That's what
she said.
The Giants were very good last year. Obviously, it's a new year. And people do think they're going to take a step backwards. But I think in this matchup here, I think the Giants can get her done. I think it's going to be a pretty close game as well. So I kind of lean towards the under. And if anybody has access to the either team within one bet, depending on the odds, I want to talk anybody off that either. I think it's going to be a close game. Tim, any thoughts here on Padres and Giants?
I guess I don't think it's gonna be as close as you think. I kind of lean towards the Giants on the run line. I feel like this is a spot. I'm not high on the Padres team, and I won't be all year. They had a good series against the Diamondbacks, where they should have swept. Luckily, they didn't. I had money on that first Diamondbacks game when they walked it off. That was kind of nice. But I feel like this Giants team is better right now than this Padres team. Alex Wood 100% has the pitching advantage. Nick Martinez hasn't pitched since he played on Texas in 2017. He pitched 111 innings that year. and had a 5.66 ERA. Not particularly a good pitcher. I definitely think that the Giants get a hold of him, and I think the Giants could probably put up about 6-7 runs on him tonight. And this could be like a 7-1 type of game. I don't see this one as being close. I haven't bet it yet. It would be a lean towards the Giants run line.
All right. Well, hey, if the Giants win, that's all I want is the Giants to win. So go Giants. Bryant, any thoughts here? Padres and Giants?
Yeah, I'm still kind of on the fence about what I'm going to do in this game. My book has the total F5 over 4.5 and minus 115. That is something that's very enticing to me. I like Wood, but Wood also struggles against lefties. And the Padres can go lefty heavy here. Obviously doesn't. I'm take that back. He doesn't struggle, but lefties definitely have a little bit more success against him than righties do. So with that, I think I just happened to peek around and stuff like that. Apparently, it's supposed to be a pretty windy night in San Fran as well. I'm going to lean with the over. Maybe things, so it's warm, obviously, so balls should be jumping out. I'm just going to go with the total over 4.5 for the first 5 at minus 1.5 or minus 115, I should say. And I'm going to ride with that. I don't really feel comfortable, picking either one of these teams on the side. So I'm just going to look for chaos. Give me runs, and let's get this done so I can go to bed.
All right.
That'll be my play. That'll be my official.
Awesome.
The total over 4.5.
Padres and Giants. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I didn't bet this until actually later in the day. We were talking this over a little bit in a think tank, and I ended up jumping on this. This is a strict fade of Nick Martinez. I took the Giants in the first 5 on the run line at minus 110. I think that this is a spot here where they should get a few runs off of him early. We haven't seen him in a while, and when he did pitch, he was not great in Texas. And this is somebody that I think if it wasn't for Mike Clevinger getting hurt, this should have been Clevinger tonight and not Martinez. So this is a spot here where I expect the Giants should be able to get a few runs against them early. And be leading at the end of 5 innings. I think the better bullpen is definitely the San Diego Padres here. So definitely I would lean towards that's why I went first 5 rather than full game run line with the Giants because I think that they can, even if Martinez goes 4 innings, the Dodger bullpen can bring them back in the game. Or wow, Padre bullpen. I keep saying different teams for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm on the Giants first 5 run line.
All right. So that is the 5 games we're going to talk about. Last pitch segment. Rasim asked for Mariners and Twins. So we'll go over this quickly. If anyone has any thoughts. I almost bet this game. I was close to betting this game. I like the over. I think we're going to get a lot of runs in this. Bundy is Bundy, not a very good pitcher. Flexen was very good at times last year, but he also had some times where he did let up runs. I think the Twins here will score. I think the Mariners will score, and I think it'll be a high-scoring game. The issue is that it's 9.5 now, and I'd much rather have it if it was at like 8 or something, but did not officially get to it. I may get to it at some point, but I lean with the over. Tim, any thoughts in Mariners and Twins?
Yeah, I'm going to back last year's most profitable pitcher in baseball, which was Chris Flexen. The Seattle Mariners were 22-9 when he played, and you made about 16 units. Yeah, I'm going to keep riding that. I'm high on the Seattle team this year, and I'm going to, whenever they're plus money, they have considerations to be on my card. They're one of my favorite plays. They're going to be one of my favorite plays. I feel like the Mariners are far better than the Minnesota Twins, and the fact that they're dogs is mind-boggling to me.
It's only because they're on the road.
I know they're on the road, but I feel like Seattle's got the better starter today because Dylan Bundy can't pitch his way out of a paper bag. I feel like Seattle has the better bullpen, and at times Seattle has a better lineup. I like Seattle to get the job done tonight. I think they win 5-1, 6-1, something in that nature. Chris Flexen has a good game. He pitches 5-6 innings, 1 run, couple hits, and you get a solid performance out of the Mariners after getting embarrassed last night or yesterday. So Seattle.
I'll definitely agree that they have the pitching edge, but I think the Twins have a better overall roster, especially offense-wise, but just my opinion. Bryant, any thoughts here, Twins and Mariners?
Yeah, absolutely. This play that I was very excited when I was looking over things for this week. Yeah, I made a lot of money off of off those Flexen F5s. It was just ridiculous at times. I was blind betting it, wasn't even looking at who he was pitching against because it felt like it didn't matter. And so I'm gonna ride that again. We'll Flexen F5 money line. Don't even worry about the cover. I also think this is just a great spot to fade Dylan Bundy. He has not ever lived up to the rankings and the prospects. The whole since he got drafted, it's just never manifested itself. And I am not going to look you in the face or anyone in the face and believe that the Minnesota Twins of all teams are just going to suddenly magically fix him. Just not. I don't believe that. So give me the Mariners F5. I also think that they're going to hit him around. I think Winker and some of those guys are just due for an offensive explosion. Although they won 2 games this past weekend, and they ended up they've already have like a negative run differential in this series. Ridiculous to me. But I'm still going to ride with them again, and I cashed on 2 of those underdog plays this week, and I'm gonna ride it again. So I think that they win some sort of 7-2, something like that. They're going to win by the run line. I think that's also a good pick as well. But we'll play it safe and get the plus money still with this F5 and flexing. So,
all right, Nick.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there. First 5. It's crazy how Chris Flexen became the most profitable pitcher in baseball last year. When in 2020, do you know what team he was playing for?
He was playing in Japan, I think, or something like that.
He played for the Doosan Bears in the KBO.
Yeah, I was about to say he played Korean.
He wasn't even here in America.
Korean baseball.
I remember backing him when he played Korean too.
I remember betting him when he played for the Doosan Bears. But yeah, this is a spot here where we have someone go from the KBO to being the most profitable pitcher in baseball. Yeah. Oh, I like the Mariners in the first 5 in this spot as well. That's where I got him at even money. That's a spot I'm going to ride a lot this year. It's just Mariners first 5 innings. It made a lot of money last year, and I think it's going to do the same thing this year. So Mariners in the first 5 for me.
All right. Oh, Seattle first 5 and money line plus 200 Seco combo bet. Hey, if you like the Mariners, why not?
I can't bet that.
We will jump into the best bet segments because there's a few of them here. We'll start with Dog of the Day. I'll bring up the standings quickly here. These are the current standings for the show. And we'll move on to today. Starting with Dog of the Day, I'm taking Toronto. Nick, are you changing yours?
Yeah,
Yep.
I just switched mine.
All right. Tim went Mets as well.
Mets, yeah.
Nathan went Toronto. Bryant, any Dog of the Day that you like today?
Yeah, I'll hop in here. I'm going to go with the Mets. That's going to be my Dog of the Day. I feel like normally I probably would have just went with the Seattle Mariners, but I think we're all kind of in agreement that like Seattle's not really the dog in that matchup. They're just in a fortunate situation there. But give me the Mets to somehow figure out a way to win this game. So I will hop on that Mets train as well, and we'll all root for boys together.
Except me, because I have Phillies money line in parlay.
Oh,
I'll be on the island by myself, but you guys can have fun in the Mets party. Over or under, nothing for me today. Dog of the Day, over under, both optional. I'm not gonna have consistent totals until we get a month or so into the season. So Nothing for me over under today. If I was going to give anything, it would have been I would have wanted to give it in the game that already started, but it lost. So that was my only.
Yeah, it's already dead in the fourth inning. I had the under. Fantastic start to the day.
Tim had the full game under. I had the first 5 under. So
And
sadly,
it didn't matter. It went over in the fourth. So
luckily the game started before the show, so it's not going to be a loss for me. But yeah, no total for me. Nick, you went Texas, Colorado over 9.5.
Yep.
Tim, you didn't have one?
No.
Is there one?
My only one that I had was Kansas City under, and that one already lost. No real thoughts towards anything else.
Bryant, any totals that you like?
I am not going to put an official play in. Oddly enough, I like the over. I like Boston's over against the Tigers. If I was gonna put something on the board, I would say that with the Boston team total for the game over the Tigers. But for me, I'm not too hot on anything on the board to over under, so I'm gonna stay away from it today. But yeah,
hey, that's why it's optional. That's why it's totally optional. Best bets, best parlay pieces. These two are not optional. For me, I'm going Blue Jays money line. I'll find the best odds after the show. And parlay piece, I was going to go with Miami plus some runs, but I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go San Francisco plus 1.5 as my parlay piece. Nick, you went Tampa Bay on the run line, and Tampa Bay money line is your parlay piece.
Yep.
Tim, you went Seattle money line is your best bet.
Yep.
Toronto plus 2.5 is your parlay piece.
Yep.
Nathan went Texas team total over 5.
I like it.
And Tampa Bay, I'm going to assume that's money line because he put in Tampa Bay here. Bryant, what's your best bet and parlay piece?
Yeah, my bet is Seattle F5. Easy. I know we talked about it already, but yeah, that's definitely the pick that I'm hammering all day. Seattle F5 with Flexen.
You know what the odds are, or you can find it after the show. It's fine.
Yeah, they're even money.
The
the last time I saw
even
it was definitely even money. You can get it. My book's got it at exactly at even money, or you can get the first 5 cover at minus 125. But yeah, I'm gonna take the money line, and my parlay piece is pretty I'll say it's chalky, but I'm
taking San Francisco plus 1.
I'm just gonna take
parlay piece as long as it's not like minus 500 or minus 6.
No.
Below minus 400. It's basically just for the parlayers out there. Like if they have a parlay, they want to add one more leg. Yeah, it's just a little parlay piece.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna keep it simple. I am going to go with the Rays to beat the Athletics. I'm not really a big fan of Paul Blackburn. I had a pretty good run fading against him last year at times. I think the Rays just keep finding a way to win games, man. And like it's really annoying because they shouldn't somehow, some way, like they shouldn't be this good, but they keep doing the thing. And Patino, I think he's due to take another step in his development. So give me the Rays money line as my best parlay piece. Home at the Trop. That place is hell on earth. But they win games there. And the Athletics just don't have the offense to match up. So,
all right, that's his actual parlay. Tampa, Atlanta. Best of luck. Best of luck to everybody. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We had a bunch of new subscribers during the weekend. We are now 294. So 6 away from 300, and I believe it's been almost 3 months now. So that's great for the first 3 months. Thank you to everybody that watches. We appreciate everybody. Smash like button on your way out. Best of luck to everybody tonight. The NHL show, only one game, but we'll be on 15 minutes from now to go over the game. And best of luck to everybody. And we'll see you at 4:30 and 15 minutes, and then tomorrow at 3:30. for other episodes of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.